Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing this as part of the event with my dear friend te-arnna. She said that we'd to pick 10 of his favourite horror movies, but she couldn't pick 10, she had to pick 11. She's allowed me to pick 11 too, so I'll start with my first one. I'm not going to take it too long. So here we go. My first one would be Friday the 13th. I was brought up on this film. It's 1 hour and 35 minutes long and it was brought out in 1980. If you haven't already watched it before, I would advise it if you like your horrors. A group of camp counsellors are stalked and murdered by an unknown assailant while trying to reopen a summer camp which was the site of a child's drowning and a grisly double murder years before. Its director is Sean S. Cunningham, stars Betsy Palmer, Adrienne King and Gian Taylor. It is a really good film. I've watched all because there's not just this one, there's loads more. It goes on and on and on as usual with all horrors. Anyway, next one is Child's Play. Come out in 1988, rated 15, 1 hour and 27 minutes. I'm sure everybody's watched Child's Play. A single mother gives her son a much sought after doll for his birthday only to discover that it is possessed by the soul of a serial killer. Directed by Tom Holland, stars Catherine Hicks, Chris Sarandon and Alex Vincent. It gave me nightmares, but didn't they all? As a kid, I mean, a certain person brought me up on horror, so I think that's the reason why I'm very much into them. So yeah, that's another one you can add to your list. Next one is Halloween, 1978, 1 hour and 31 minutes. 15 years after murdering his sister on Halloween night in 1963, Michael Myers escapes from a mental hospital and returns to the small town of Haddonfield, Illinois to kill again. Same as with Friday the 13th, these go on and on and on, and there's another one due to come out. I think it's next year or year after. I think they need to stop, but they don't listen. Director is John Carpenter. Stars Donald Pleasance, Jamie Lee Curtis and Tony Moran. Like I said, that's another one of my favourites. Like I told te-arnna, I ain't got just one, I've got hundreds. It dates back from, well, these are 1978 to 80s, 90s, and I'm only 34, and I'm sure I've seen some previous to that as well, through family. Next one is A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I've watched all these. 1984, rated 18, 1 hour and 31 minutes. Another one to watch on Halloween night. The monstrous spirit of a slain child murderer seeks revenge by invading the dreams of teenagers whose parents were responsible for his untimely death. Director was Wes Craven. Stars Heather Langenkamp, Johnny Depp, Robert Englund. Another great film. They've done multiple of these as well. I'm not going to play trailers, I don't see point, and I ain't got my speakers plugged in anyway. But if you haven't seen it, then I much advise watching it if you're an horror fan. But I know a lot of people have watched them anyway. Next one is Deep Rising. This one scared the living bejeebies out of me. 1998. To say I've watched all these horrors, this one really did do me. It's 1 hour and 46 minutes. It's rated 15, and it's a group of heavily armed hijackers board a luxury ocean liner in the South Pacific Ocean to loot it, only to do battle with a series of large-sized tentacled, man-eating sea creatures who had already invaded the ship. Now, on this, I watched it with my grandparents because I lived with them at the time, and when I first watched it, I absolutely hated it. I ran and hid behind the sofa. I couldn't watch it. And then a couple of years later, I watched it again and it didn't bother me. Director was Stephen Summers. Stars Treat Williams, Famke Janssen, and Anthony Heald. That is one to add to the list if you're wanting to watch something scary. I mean, some older version films don't really scare me that much anymore. I don't think there is one that scares me, to be honest. Apart from the one, I think it was The Gallows, that made me jump once. So on to the next. The Relic. I remember watching this one. This come out in 1997. 1 hour and 50 minutes long, rated 15. A homicide detective and an anthropologist try to destroy a South American lizard-like god who was on a people-eating rampage in a Chicago museum. This one terrified me. I think the creature gave me a few nightmares. Director Peter Hyams, stars Penelope Ann Miller, Tom Sizemore and Linda Hunt. Definitely another one to add to your list. On to the next. My next one is Jaws, everybody's favourite. Everybody goes off about it. Certain person's favourite film, so I used to watch it all the time with him. Come out in 1975, rated A, 2 hours and 4 minutes long. When a killer shark unleashes chaos on a beach community, it's up to a local sheriff, a marine biologist and an old seafarer to hunt the beast down. I'm sure everybody's watched this. I don't think I've met anybody that's not watched it, but it's still one of my favourites. I think it's the third one that I didn't like, and it's in the Lagoon, and it's just absolutely rubbish. I think it's that one anyway, but I've watched them all. Director Steven Spielberg, stars Roy Schneider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss. Another good film to put to your list. Made people not want to go and see for a while. Next one is The Nun. Come out in 2018, rated 15, 1 hour and 36 minutes. I think everybody knows what this one is because it's so popular. A priest with a haunted past and a novice on the threshold of her final vows are sent by the Vatican to investigate the death of a young nun in Romania and confront a malevolent force in the form of a demonic nun. I've watched this and I've watched all others, Conjurings and everything. I still love it. I have been thinking about drawing this, but I've not really had time or got round to it. But I am going to give it a go, and I might do it live. I might not. I'm a bit intimidated. I have done a drawing of a tarantula before, which were out of my comfort zone, and I did really well on it. So that'll be another thing I'm going to try and do, is some more spider ones. Director is Corin Hardy. Stars Damien Bitcher, Tessa Farmi, I can't even pronounce these names, I do apologise, and Jonas Blockwet. So yeah, that's another one to add to your list. Next one, The Conjuring. 2013 it come out, rated 15, 1 hour and 52 minutes long. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren work to help a family terrorised by a dark presence in their farmhouse. Directed by James Wan. Stars Patrick Wilson, Vera Farmiga and Ron Livingston. I like these type because I've watched a paranormal state from America, and Ryan, who did that, were in touch with Lorraine Warren, and she used to do work with him on show, and to see her in person on shows like that, it really gave me an insight on what she's like. So when I see Lorraine Warren portrayed in films like this, it makes me like it more. And I've always been into paranormal stuff, so I'm a big Ghost Adventures fan, and I've watched loads of ghost stuff and Ghosts Inside My Child and stuff like that, so I'm a big fan of stuff like that. So next one is Insidious. Same reason why I watched this is it's paranormal and I like paranormal stuff. This come out in 2010, rated 15, 1 hour and 43 minutes long. A family looks to prevent evil spirits from trapping their comatose child in a realm called the Further. Director is James Wan. Stars Patrick Wilson, Rose Brine and Ty Simpkins. Another good film to watch, to add to your list. So, yeah. And then we'll go on to the next one. The Haunting, that will come out in 1999, rated 12, 1 hour and 53 minutes long. I really like this one. It's very interesting. Something different to what you usually see, and there's been no follow-on from this, which we're a shame because I wanted to see another one. And it's a study in fear escalates into a heart-stopping nightmare for a professor and 3 subjects trapped in a mysterious mansion. Director John DeBont. Stars Liam Neeson, Catherine Zeta-Jones and Owen Wilson. And it's also got, is it Liv Taylor? Or Summit Taylor. I know she's been in Conjuring series. So that's another good film you can put in your watch list for this Halloween if you wanted to watch it. And that's all my chosen films. I could choose a lot more, but my friend wouldn't let me. So there's my full 11 chosen films of Halloween scary films to watch. Thank you for watching. I know if you don't like the video, you don't have to watch it, and I do apologise if it's out of the norm, but it's just something that we decided to do for as event that's running from the 1st of September to the 31st of October. It's spooky. I'm trying to remember now. Spooky Colouring Creations 2021. That's going to be hashtagged for everybody's work that's going to be joining in. te-arnna's Colouring Creations is on YouTube. I'll link YouTube, and I'll link his pages into the video. Linked at description, so you can find us easily. So yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. So, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.